He restored the ability that when you go through the life on trouble and disarray and calamities and just the unthinkable, you have the ability not simply to fix it, but to call upon the Lord. So today, what I want to remind you is that, again, this restoration is that for those who are suffering, again, I want to remind you that you're suffering. Look at me for a second. Jesus has the ability not necessarily to dissipate or transform your suffering, although he can, but he has the ability to make your suffering means to an end. Without Jesus, you're going to suffer still, but suffering becomes the end. I don't know if that makes any sense. I want to say that again. With Jesus, you're still going through suffering. It's just that now suffering is means to an end. What's the end? So for some of us, maybe, just maybe, we need to change the prayer, because without Jesus, the prayer typically is, why me? With Jesus, through the power of prayer, the question is, come on, why not? Because if suffering is the vehicle to be shaped into Christ's likeness, remember that? You're going to be shaped into the image of Jesus, you have to be perfected through suffering. Obviously, I'm speaking of the suffering that honors God. I'm not speaking of the nonsense that we typically bring, self-inflicted craziness. That's not what I'm speaking. I'm speaking of the suffering due to persecution, which, by the way, this is James, the half-brother of Jesus, and he knows where this is going, just like Paul. I mean, these are the guys that they became the martyrs of the kingdom of God. This is the generation that their very own life is going to be the price to pay to convey this message. So those who are going through joy, you don't have to become a slave nor co-dependent of circumstances. You understand that the joy of your life, whatever joy is coming in your life, requires what? Here's the point, that both of these experiences, they're simply means to the object of your prayer, the object of your praise. I wish I had time to preach.